Hey guys, so tonight we are going to be playing um, probably the most requested game I've had to stream on this channel, even though I actually have played this before. Um, so this is Elden Ring. It's a open world fantasy dungeon style game made by the same people that made Bloodborne and the Dark Souls games. So, considerably the most difficult games. And yeah, I actually played through all of Bloodborne earlier this year, back in like summer. We even started the DLC, and then I didn't end up finishing it, but still played it for a while. I remember I was doing a lot of streams on Bloodborne at one point, and I was playing it like a lot off camera too. As for Elden Ring, this game came out almost 3 years ago now. Um, and there was someone that I was playing with at the time, other games, and he game shared his PlayStation account with me, so that I was able to play Elden Ring for free because I could play it on his account. Um, but then I lost access to his account and I wasn't able to play Elden Ring anymore. So I think I streamed it twice. Um, Either the first stream or the second one was actually on my birthday, I think, in 2022, which is, the year that this game came out. So yeah, I know I did a birthday stream on this. Both streams did really well. We had multiple people playing, because this game is online, you can have people just join. So I had people joining me and like giving me their stuff. I just remember it doing really well, and ever since then people have been telling me to buy this game and play it again. So I did finally buy this game. It was a part of the holiday sale. So base game Elden Ring was actually 40% off, which is great because I feel like this game never goes on sale. But the DLC didn't go on sale. There's a DLC called Shadow of the Erd Tree, which I think got like nominated for Game of the Year and stuff, even though it's not even its own game, it's a DLC for this. People go crazy over the DLC too, so I haven't got the DLC because it wasn't on sale. I wanted to get the edition of this game that just includes the DLC, it comes with it. But that was still full price, which is $100 Canadian, so I got this for 40% off. It was like less than 50, so that's not too bad, even though this game's been out for a few years now. And yeah, we're finally doing it. We're finally playing Elden Ring again, and this time I actually own it, so if we get to that point, I would like to get through this whole game. Now, this game is like fully open world and everything, so it'll be way larger scale than like Bloodborne, which main like campaign Bloodborne, I chewed down to the bone. I basically played the full game. This game, it would take a lot longer to actually do everything there is to do, and then plus there's the DLC as well. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna get started. We're gonna be starting a new game. It doesn't even look like it saved my prior game progress, which I feel like it should have, but even if it did, I would have been starting a new game. I wanted to start fresh tonight. Now that I've played Bloodborne and stuff, I'm gonna have a different perspective on this kind of game, because I remember the first time I played this, I had all these people joining me online, and everything just seemed kind of easy because everyone was just kind of guiding me through everything. Now we're gonna be experiencing this more firsthand. So tonight, it's really late. It's 6 a.m., so no one's probably on anyways. But, in the future when I'm streaming this game, I will be open to playing online with people. But I think mainly I'm going to be playing solo, because I do want to play this off camera as well. And like I said, tonight I don't think anyone is going to be joining, so we're going to start this journey off solo, and then see where it goes from there. I'm just opening up the stream on YouTube, making sure we're all good. So I've been talking about this lately because it was just like 2 days ago that I bought Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate 3, both with like Christmas money. So I've actually been playing Baldur's Gate off camera. The reason why I'm starting this stream so late is because I was just playing Baldur's Gate 3 for like 3 hours. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't mind playing even more Baldur's Gate tonight, but it's already so late, especially by the time I end this stream. I'm probably gonna play this for like at least an hour tonight, so. Yeah, I also want to do a video tonight because I didn't do that last night. Last night I was planning to do a shorter stream on Doom Eternal, but it ended up lasting a while, so um, yeah, I didn't even do a video last night, but I might do one tonight. I'm thinking just a shorter Lego set unboxing and review video. Probably the polybag I got, which is the smallest possible Lego set that you can have. So, like I said, there's no option to continue what we were doing before anyways, but even if there was, I would have been starting a new game, because I want to start this fresh. We're starting the true, fresh Elden Ring experience. So let's do it. Toggle auto lock on. Yeah, I probably want that. I don't like games that make it hard to do auto lock, or just don't have auto lock. What's the game I played recently that doesn't have auto lock? Is it Neo? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if you auto lock in Neo or not. There's a game I played recently, like a third person, melee combat game that just didn't have auto lock and it was so frustrating. Manual attack aiming. This is off. Allows for manual control of aiming of large weapons when locked on. Probably want to keep this stuff default because I don't really know what it means. Yeah, keep the vibration max. Motion sensor functions. Ray tracing. Enabling ray tracing will lock performance settings to prioritize quality. Yeah, I'm fine with that. A lot of times, so I think PS5 is supposed to have ray tracing. Like if you're playing a game and it's got ray tracing, you're supposed to be able to do that. But a lot of times I have games that say I can't um, activate ray tracing or HDR or something like that. Any sort of those like extreme graphic settings. It usually says that my TV isn't good enough. Like I need a TV that has like built-in HDR or something. Because I'm using the same TV that I've been using since I got my PS4, which was 10 years ago. 10 years I've had this TV, and it still works pretty well. I don't see why the games can't do ray tracing through the PS5. I don't really know the difference between ray tracing and HDR. I think HDR is more kind of like a general like thing, and ray tracing is like specifically for lighting in video games and stuff. I know years ago they used to say like ray tracing in Minecraft, and it would show like realistic like rays of light basically. I don't know. I'm gonna put that on though. Usually like my PS5 doesn't function badly. Like I've never really had any games lag or anything like that, just based off of the graphics being too high. So I think it can handle it. Better graphics is a better experience, right? Want the game to look as best as it can. Adjust the brightness until the image on the right is barely visible. I usually always put brightness settings to at default because it already is barely visible. I can see it, but barely. Okay, we're gonna keep all this normal. Seems pretty customizable though. This is camera options. Okay, it's time to make a character. So, the first time I played this game, I don't even remember what class I chose. Because I remember watching another YouTuber playing this game somewhat recently, like around when I was playing Bloodborne. And then when I was watching him do this stuff, I was like, I don't even remember like what class I chose for my character and stuff. I probably just went with like what people were telling me. Because I'm not kidding. If you go back and watch my Elden Ring streams from 2022, people were just kind of like guiding me through everything. I wasn't doing anything on my own, which is what I want to do this time around. So we should definitely consider what class we want. I'm not sure how many there are. I think there's a bunch. We got Vagabond, Warrior, Hero, Bandit, Astrologer, Prophet, Samurai, Prisoner, Confessor, and Wretch. Okay, the classes are interesting. Wretch is just naked. Confessor looks like a nun or something, like a battle nun. Prisoner looks really weird. Don't know what kind of helmet that is. Samurai, pretty straightforward. Prophet. Astrologer. I'm not sure actually. Maybe we should go with one of the more obscure classes. Bloodborne had classes too. I'm trying to remember which one I was. I don't even remember what class I was in Bloodborne. Okay, well, do they have more information on these? I'm not really sure. And does it really matter? Like, can I just use all sorts of armor and weapon anyways, no matter my class? The class is probably more for like your base stats. 'Cause this is the kind of game, you know, it's like an RPG, so it'll have different ratings for everything, like your attack, health, intelligence, wisdom. I don't know. I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 right now, so it's got that kind of stuff. I kind of like the look of Confessor. Maybe we should go with that. Be a battle nun. Samurai is cool too, but this isn't really a samurai game, you know. Plus, we get a fair share of samurai stuff in Neo. This is a fantasy game based on, you know, like European um, mythology and medieval stuff. Even though this is a Japanese-made game, so there will be a lot of Japanese stuff in it, I guess, like samurai. Let's take a look at Confessor and see like what kind of stuff this includes. What does this come with? Yeah, we want body type A. I always choose males for my games. Am a dude, gotta be a dude. Okay. So it's you start off at level 10. I'm not sure why you start at level 10. I guess to make it kind of less like good, I guess, when you level up. Because the higher your starting level, it's like the less effective it is when you actually do level up. So the ratings here are vigor, mind, endurance, strength, dexterity, intelligence, faith, and arcane. So for the class I chose, faith is the highest. I don't know if that's really something I want to go with. Maybe we should change classes. This one is prioritizing faith, and also the endurance and vigor are the lowest, which are probably what I want more of. Because vigor might be attack and endurance health. No, strength would be attack. Well, sometimes they have two for attack, like Bloodborne had strength and skill. They have that in Neo as well, so. Let's maybe select a different class. I don't know if faith should be my top priority here. You'd think faith would be the highest for prophet. Let's see what prophet's got. Oh, Prophet's a lower starting level. You started at level 7. That's weird. Yeah, Prophet has even higher faith. So the last class was more balanced out. This one really goes for faith and mind. Okay, so maybe we want to be a vagabond or a warrior or a hero. Heroes got high vigor and high strength, which are probably the best for damage. Warrior, pretty balanced. Definitely the most balanced one we've looked at so far. High dexterity, actually, which usually has to do with like movement. Vagabond, also quite balanced. Vagabond has the highest vigor, so maybe vigor is just kind of base health, endurance is like defense, and then strength is damage. Vagabond probably looks the best stats-wise. 15 vigor, 11 endurance, 14 strength. We got 10 mind, 13 dexterity, 9 intelligence, 9 faith, 7 arcane. So arcane, faith, and intelligence are lower, which are stuff that might be used for like spells, magic, that sort of thing. But all the other stuff is higher, so I think Vagabond is probably the best choice here. Looks kind of like a knight, or more of like a stereotypical warrior. They look that they chose for the warrior looks kind of strange actually. Looks more like a South Asian style warrior. Hero just looks like a barbarian. Bandit speaks for itself. And then yeah, astrologer, prophet, confessor, they all have more of kind of like a religious look to them. And then we got samurai, and I don't think the prisoner resembles anything in real life or in the real world. It looks really weird. Alright, let's go Vagabond. I'm not sure how heavy the customization is in this game. I'm not going to go too into it though. I'll do some customizing, but not a ton. I'd like to start playing. So, is this name gonna be like, I can't choose it if it's already chosen by someone else? Because then I'll just do Game Slayer or something, but this is just kind of a general character name. You know, I named my character Evilbane in Bloodborne. We could go with the same name, right? Evilbane. It's a good name for a hero who just kills all monsters in sight. Kill all monsters. Age only affects appearance, has no bearing on ability. I like how they clarify that. Kings, welcome to the stream. Okay, so we can be young, mature, or aged. Yeah, aged definitely looks tougher from what I can see. I mean, I can't see much. The face is covered by the helmet. I'm pretty sure I made my dude in Bloodborne old as well, so we can make him kind of look similar to that. First playthrough, this is a journey, bro. I'm hoping it will be. I did play this game before, but only a little bit, because I was doing it through GameShare. So this is my first time actually owning this game. And yeah, we're pretty much starting fresh. What's this here? Keepsake. Oh, they had this in Bloodborne too. It's like your background. I don't know how much this matters in the game, but it looks like it's changing the I mean, you get one thing, you get one sort of item based on which one you choose. Yeah, so these are like a specific item you get. A medallion inlaid with crimson amber increases maximum HP. Okay. King says, I have so many hours in this game and I still haven't explored everything. I swear it's endless. That's good. I've heard how large this game is and how much there is to do. And yeah, I played Bloodborne earlier this year, and it got to a point where I felt like I did everything there is to do. Until I got the DLC, but then there was a boss I couldn't get past. Okay, some of these are more descriptive on what they actually do. I don't know what these matter. Some of these objects are so weird too. Boiled prawn. This boosts physical damage negation. So what, this just ups your defense just for having some boiled prawn in your pocket? That doesn't make a lot of sense. It's a bit strange. The crazed likeness of a noble whose eyes have been gouged out attracts enemies' aggression. Why do I want to attract enemies' aggression? Like if you're playing online, kind of like taunt? I don't know. 5 sacred branches charged with beguiling power, said to originate from the demigod Miquella. I know golden seeds are good. They give you permanent more potions to heal or restore your magic. Permanent more potions, like max heal. I know in these kind of games, like healing is really it's really valuable. So yeah, if I can up the amount of max heals that I can have at a time, that'll definitely be pretty useful. Golden seed, you said. A golden seed washed ashore from the lands between, said to enhance sacred flasks. Yeah, you'd start with an extra potion to heal. Okay, that's probably a good option, especially since most of these seem kind of vague in which they do and what they do. So, sure, let's go with the golden seed. My face cam's actually in the way here. Is this just for customization stuff? Why does my character look so skinny? Okay, we are gonna need to customize this. I need to look tougher. Oh, so this is kind of like a base look? Warrior, truth seeker, aristocrat, loner, northerner, seafarer, reedlander, draconian. What? The stony face of the people of the ancient dragons, among whom life is typically short. Night folk. And Newman? This guy looks like a caveman. Huh. Maybe night folk. He looks kind of cool. The features of those known as night folk, few in number, they were said to bleed silver long ago. Well, I'm okay with bleeding silver. So I can be a night folk, and then we can get more into this, right? Okay, let's be aged. Oh, that's why I look so skinny. Yes, your body looks significantly better the younger you are. If you go with aged, your body looks really weird. Okay. Let's be young then. Young and strong. Okay, let's go mature voice 1. That one sounded the deepest. There we go. Alter skin color. This silver skin color is probably fine. Keep that. Face and hair. Yeah, I don't want to go too in depth into this. This is probably fine. Maybe we can change the eye color. I can't see because my face cam. It says at the bottom, edit character's eyes. And they have this separate. There's actually a lot for the customization here. So like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. We're just going to... I think red eyes could look cool. They both red now. And the white part of the eyes is black. Okay, there we go. Red eyes. Cosmetics. It's just makeup. We can go with the tattoo, maybe. Okay, we got all sorts of marks. Tattoos. Eye patch. I don't know if we need an eye patch. I already have like a big helmet with the Vagabond class, so. Down for some marks though, maybe a scratch. Tattoo could be cool too, but yeah, let's go with the claw. There we go. Now we look battle hardened. Okay, that should be fine. What's this area here? Oh, this is the size of my character? Yeah, let's make myself like as tall as possible. Or if you can do that, can you? This is specifically, so if I just make everything like max size, will it just be giant? What does this do? Does this adjust the size of your legs? No, that's like size like as in width, not in just general size or height. Maybe just keep this to the same then. Can you not change your height? Maybe not. I didn't have the attention span to go into depth with editing my character, LMAO. Yeah, I'm usually in the middle when it comes to character customization. I don't like spending hours on it, but, you know, I like to spend at least, like, I don't know, a few minutes, kind of not making them look default. I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 off camera right now, and I think I spent like an hour making my character in that. But in that game, the character customization is really over the top. This game doesn't have as much. Still, it looks like a lot. And I don't even know how often we're going to be seeing our character. You know, I'm going to be covered in armor most of the time, and I'm not sure how frequent the cutscenes and stuff are, so. Yeah, let's do this. Save present settings as favorite. There we go. That's the favorite. Okay. So I was going to make my character taller, but I don't think you can. I think you can only change the size of things, which would just make yourself look fatter, basically. Because it seems like the muscularness is based on how young you make your character, so. Yeah, that's fun. That's good enough. Okay, here we are. Evil Bane. Let's do it. You know, Bloodborne is more of a newer thing because it has guns and stuff. This is more like classic medieval fantasy. So, since my character Evil Bane was an old guy in Bloodborne, we can say that this is him when he was younger. Even though this, I don't know when this game takes place, probably hundreds of years before Bloodborne, but he's lived a while. Evil Bane in Bloodborne was pretty old. This game is a prequel to Bloodborne. I saw someone straight up make Kratos with this. Yeah, I bet. That probably wouldn't be too difficult. Kratos, you just need to be able to do white skin, big, old, and muscular. Well, if you're going for more classic Kratos, you don't need to make him old, but just white skin, and then as long as you can do like the red tattoos, then you got it. Anyways, let's finish this and get started. Starting game with this character, is that okay? Yes, it is okay. Thanks for asking permission. Elden Ring, the beginning.
fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask, Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
Pretty intense.
And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Okay, so it seems like we've got our work cut out for us. I didn't really understand half the words that he was saying during the intro, but it sounds to me like we've got this land filled with these very powerful people. And if I go kill all of them, I'll be the Elden Lord. Is that the status? If you beat every boss in this game, does people have to call you the Elden Lord? I'm down for that. I wonder how they made such a good game in only 5 years. Cool thing is, the game's co-op too. Yes, Bloodborne was actually co-op too. I don't think I ever played it online with anyone. But I remember when I played this game, um, like 2.5 years ago, when someone game shared it with me, I had a lot of people joining me because I was streaming it. I did two streams. Both times, I think I had multiple people join me online, so we had we had a lot of people playing. For the most part, I think I'll be playing solo, but if people do want to join, I will let them. I just don't want other people to kind of like take the experience away or make things like easier. Because I remember there was like supposed to be this really difficult boss or something, and I had like three guys with me, and they all were like way like higher leveled or whatever, so they just like destroyed the boss. I didn't even have to do anything. That's not how I want to go through the game this time. Bloodborne 2. Wow, I may have to replay. Yep. Anyways, I guess we'll get started here. Looks like they're putting us straight into things. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stream this tonight. I know I said in the intro that I was only gonna go, or I was gonna go for at least an hour. Um, I've probably already been live for half an hour yet now, and I wouldn't mind going like, for a longer stream tonight. The only problem is it's already so late. It's 6:30 a.m. for me right now, so it's like I already spent like 3 hours playing Baldur's Gate 3 before this. I don't want to be playing this until the sun comes up. I believe in co-op. You summon them, and if they die, they get sent back to their world, and they're nerfed a bit. Nerfed, eh? I think I remember that. I remember people saying that they were like, going to be weaker in my world or something like that. I don't remember though. Even if it did nerf them down to my level or whatever, they still have like better gear and stuff too. Because I remember people giving me their gear. I remember someone gave me like some weapon and it was like way more powerful than like the starting sword that I had or whatever. So it just kind of totally changed the experience. So is this going to be the same as Bloodborne? Oh no, these are messages left by other people online, I think. In Bloodborne, the way they had the tutorial was like in little scrolls that you had to read on the floor. That was literally the tutorial. And what do the bloodstains do? I'd say this game is better than Bloodborne. I'm sure I'll agree after I get into it. This game is definitely way larger scale. And I know it's open world and everything too, so. Bloodstains show how another player died. How did people die in here? This is literally the first room. I know this game's gonna be hard. I've heard it isn't as hard as Bloodborne or some of the other like Souls games. But this game is still not going to be easy. Like there's gonna be times where I'm gonna get stuck on bosses and get mad. But how do people die in here, bro? This is like, I don't know. That is a great question. How did they die? Yeah, I don't know how you die in this room. Tarnished. How do you pronounce that, bro? I can't do D apostrophe S. Tarnished wizened finger. I clicked to read message. Why am I doing emotes? Read the message. Though the path be broken and uncertain, claim your place as Elden Lord. Okay, old Elden Lord, I will replace you and kill every boss that comes in my way. Now, technically the first boss in this game is the Tree Sentinel. We're not going to be fighting him because the Tree Sentinel is actually a mini boss from what I gather. There's multiple of them in this game. But he like it's like a joke boss. You're not supposed to fight him. There are other YouTubers or streamers I know that have spent like hours trying to kill this tree sentinel. You're not supposed to, and you don't have to kill him right away. You can come back to him after you've become stronger. So I'm not even going to attempt to fight the tree sentinel at the beginning here. A bloodstain right as soon as I opened the door. It still doesn't explain the ones that were back in there. I don't know how people die in there, but I mean, I guess anything is possible outside of the tutorial room now. We're out into the world. Chapel of Anticipation. There's bloodstains everywhere. How often do people die in this game? The graphics are so good in this game, it's insane. Yeah, they are pretty good. Definitely a big step up from Bloodborne, which was from 2015. And I don't know if you were there right at the beginning when I was doing the graphic settings or whatever, but I enabled ray tracing. This definitely looks like ray tracing to me. I'd say ray tracing successful. So yes, the graphics are pretty good. Everything looks a little dark here besides this big tree. I remember the game kind of being more bright and sunny when we first started, so maybe we'll get to that in a minute. I don't know. Telling me how to jump here? To be honest, I feel like graphics for games can't get any better at this point. Like, I can't even comprehend that. Praise the order. These are still just people's messages, right? I think so. Okay, access jump. So you can jump in this game. I don't think you could jump in Bloodborne. So that's good. And what's with these ghost things everywhere? Is it telling me to, like, try jumping into stuff and... I don't know. The blue tubes are messages from other players. Runes. Well, these look white to me. Are blue ones different, or... Is this what you mean by blue rune? And as for, graphics getting even better, I've seen games, I don't even think they're available yet on PlayStation, but apparently there's games already on PC now that look like real life, like they look indistinguishable from real life. But they're usually like experimental first-person shooters. Once we get to a point where fantasy games can look indistinguishable from real life, then things will be really crazy. But we're not there yet. This is the closest we can get to that. The ghosts are also other players just doing random stuff. White runes, yeah. Okay, so white runes and white ghosts are just random players doing random crap. We can mostly ignore all that for now. These ghosts are everywhere. This definitely looks a little bit different than I remember starting off here, but maybe things change when we go through this big gate, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Oh, I have my health bar and stuff. Grafted Scion. I think I remember this. This is kind of like a tutorial boss. I think I remember him not being crazy, but I don't even know how to play right now. I need to remember my controls. What's attack in this game? R1? Yeah. R1 and R2 probably. Okay, and how do we dodge? Circle. Oh, why does the dodging seem so slow? The dodging seems really slow. Also, are you supposed to die to this boss? It might be the kind of thing where a cutscene happens after you die. And how do I block? That's not block. All one is block. Okay, we have a shield. But does it even... Okay, it does. I can block this guy, but maybe not all of his attacks. Probably not. I think I'm already dead. Yeah. Okay, you're probably supposed to die to that boss. I don't know what happens if you beat him. Full cutscene. Hold circle to run. I'll keep that in mind. Who's riding the horned horse?
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
The Golden Order. And what's the Golden Order? Just the group of main bosses you need to beat in this game to become the Elden Lord? That's my guess. So I'm not sure how I got here after the grafted scion killed me. Or why that chick showed up. She didn't even wait for me to wake up. Her and her horse just came to stare at my unconscious body. Flask of Crimson Tears. Stuff for healing? Probably. Flask of Cerulean Tears, which is for like mana or something. I don't know. The Cave of Knowledge. Jump down the hole ahead and you will find the Cave of Knowledge. There you can learn more about game controls and basic actions, as well as other tips that may be helpful during your adventures to the lands between. So, what's up with the grafted scion, and why don't they give you this tutorial before you fight him? Like, I know that's a boss that you're supposed to lose to. I don't even know what happens if you like successfully beat him, like the first time, but um, you know, I feel like the the devs are just kind of trolling you whenever they give you like a boss or something in a game before even giving you the tutorial. Like, that's just trolling. I think it's all the demigods rule, and you know what you gotta do to them. I think it's basically impossible to fight on purpose. Oh, so like if you did like try to beat the grafted scion, it'd just be fully impossible. I mean, I was able to do a little bit of damage there. I hit him once. And like, if you're just an Elden Ring master, if you are the Elden Lord, and you can just successfully dodge and block every single one of his attacks, maybe you could beat him. There's probably a video of it online, because a lot of games have that. They have a tutorial boss that you're supposed to lose to, and then people will like you know, like a tryhard will go and try to actually beat that boss, the impossible boss. So I'm not sure what would happen in this game if you go and do that, but probably not anything too insane. Take the plunge. So this guy's just telling me to jump too. Everyone wants me to jump, so I guess we gotta do it. If someone tells you to jump off a bridge, then you gotta do it. Now what's up top before we go jumping down? Just a locked door. And a branch from the golden tree. Why is it always tree? This has 322 appraisals. So you can appraise something as good or poor. I feel like those messages are just for like purely comedic effect. Oh, I didn't expect this to open. I thought I was supposed to plunge into the darkness. What's going on here? King says I'm back. I didn't even know you left. I was just reading your other messages a minute ago. But I don't know what's up here. Oh, this is one of these checkpoints. This is what the checkpoints look like in this game. The Grace. This is our first Grace. Lost Grace discovered. You can rest. Now, this is the kind of game where all the enemies that you've already killed respawn when you do this. So you gotta be careful sometimes, but this also refills all your healing flasks and whatever else. Okay, so I don't know what's up with the big fog doors. You can use the seed here. Oh, I didn't know that was something you had to use. Hang on a sec. So this is, my face cam is in the way again. If you go to equipment. Okay. At the Grace. So you have to use it at the Grace. Oh yeah, flasks. Do this here, or add charge to flask. Increase amount replenished by flasks. Allocate flask charges. You know, this is probably a bad spot for my face cam in this game. I don't know where to put it though. Like, where is stuff not gonna show up on screen? Maybe top mid? I do that for some games, but mid left, it seems like a really bad spot. Okay, we're gonna try top mid for now. I don't know. We'll see if that gets in the way of anything. So this has like a little dot there. Does that mean I can do this? Add charge to flask. Use one golden seed to increase your number of flask uses. And this is permanent. I activate this now. We have to go and do it. But once I do, then it's then this stays forever, right? So let's say yes to that then. Oh, it didn't work. It was on no? There we go. Yes. Added a charge to flask of crimson tears. Yeah, we definitely want that. That's the healing. So I guess if we get future golden seeds, I can replenish more of the healing flasks or the other one, which I don't know if that's for mana or stamina or what. Okay, so is the only thing up here just a grace? Because it looks like there's more. It said I was supposed to plunge down, so what is all this other stuff up here? Golden seeds will be at small glowing trees. Oh, there was one of those nearby. We should go back to it. Use stone sword key. Is that something I have? No. It plays an animation of like looking in your pocket and not finding it. Wouldn't I know if I had it or not? What's this? Is this the stone sword key? Why does it still say no stone sword key in inventory? We get it. Pillage remains. Instead of loot corpse, pillage remains. Cooperative multiplayer. Okay, I'm not gonna read all this. Finger severer. So you use a severed finger to summon a another player online, right? So now that I have a finger severer, I can make as many severed fingers as I want. Tarnished furled finger. What is with this game and fingers? Maybe one of the devs had a thing. I don't know. And what's in here? These are exactly how the levers looked in Bloodborne. Okay, top left is also not a good spot. I think I'm just gonna do mid right. Mid right is usually out of the way, but that's such an odd spot for a face cam. But the face cam is always in the way of something, so let's move this again. Okay, hopefully mid right isn't in the way. Now when I'm looking at myself in the camera, it looks like I'm looking off to the side. Praise the message and then try lever. And why does this have 2,500 appraisals? Try something. What is this, like a hittable wall? Most of these messages just seem so stupid, bro. Okay, so how do I try the lever? I can't, because I not do it because there's a message in the way? They trick people into appraising their message. Yeah, I'm not appraising crap. These people are deceitful. How do you can't even use the lever. You're going to hear a lot about fingers in this game. There's a button on the elevator. Oh, I didn't know this was an elevator. That explains this room having basically no other purpose. Because, yeah, there's nothing in here except for a bunch of people's messages. Now, this... Oh. Yeah, it's a pressure plate. Okay. So you'd use the lever to call the elevator back if it weren't on the same floor as you. The levers are to bring them down if needed. Yeah, there was a few elevators in Bloodborne, especially the one in Martyr Ligurius's castle. Probably rode that elevator 50 times. Is this door gonna be locked? Nope, the door is open too. Oh. Limgrave. This is what I remember from this game. Yes, the golden clouds surrounding the golden tree. These graphics are really good, eh? Even that castle off in the distance, I can see it like crystal clear. Look at this. Okay, so this is out in the open now. So I guess plummeting down into that hole is actually an optional thing. The tutorial is actually optional. But it said that's where all the tutorial stuff was, and I believe there are like smaller enemies that you fight down there. If we go out here, there's a grace there, there's someone to talk to, and then you pretty much get attacked by the tree sentinel. I can actually see him over there. So we're not going to be fighting the tree sentinel. But I probably should jump in the hole before we go and do this other stuff, so we'll be back. We'll be back to Limgrave. First thing you need to do is go northeast. The one thing about this is that it barely guides you. Barely guides you. Yeah, most of these games are the same way. They're not only difficult like in combat, but they also just kind of don't really tell you what to do most of the time. So northeast, you say? Okay. So yeah, I don't remember how far I made it into this game before. I know we made it to the first like boss. First major boss, and his name was either Godfrey or Godwick, which I think are both two different bosses in this game, right? It was one of them. It was one of the boss's names that starts with God or something. Anyways, we killed him, and it was easy because I had people helping me. Um, Godric and Godfrey. Okay, yeah. So whichever one is first, that's the one that we beat, and I think that was the farthest that we made it. We made it past Limgrave. We got to the Dark Castle. I remember fighting those birds that have like swords for talons, and then we beat the first major boss, and then that was it. And from what I've heard, there's a lot more to this game than that. So I'm excited to keep going with this to get further. Anyways, let's go back down because there was one of those glowing trees which you said I can get a gold seed at, and that means I can get another health flask. And we also have to go do that tutorial. Maybe not all of it, just the necessary stuff. So we will be back here in a moment. Where was that tree at? It was just out here, I think. Is this the kind of tree that you get a gold seed from? All I'm seeing here is this message. I'm thinking this probably isn't big enough to be a tree that you get a seed from, right? Base Elden Ring includes optional bosses. Whoa! Base Elden Ring including optional bosses has 238. 238 bosses in this game? That's insane. That's literally crazy. I think Bloodborne had maybe 20. Maybe 20. 200. 10 times more bosses. Plus there's the DLC. I don't know how big the DLC is, but it's expensive, so I would hope it includes a lot more bosses. Yeah, that's them, but I don't think there's one there. So this is the sort of tree that you get a gold seed from, but this specific tree doesn't actually have a gold seed. That's unfortunate. DLC adds 30 more. Wow. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's not too shabby, eh? Not too shabby. In Bloodborne, when it comes to like non-optional bosses, like the ones that you need to fight, I think there's maybe like 5 of them. Maybe like 5 mandatory bosses, and then like, 15 more of them are optional. Now, in this game, there's probably a lot more optional bosses than mandatory bosses, right? But still, so many. Over 200. I would gladly kill all 238 of them, but that might take a while, like at least a year. There's also some mini bosses, which I do not know how many. Yeah, well, there's probably a lot of mini bosses too, because mini bosses are basically just bosses that, there's more than one of them, like the Tree Sentinel. There's like 3 Tree Sentinels in this game, right? Maybe even more, I don't know. I only know the first one. Another thing is that players can invade your game out of nowhere and attack you, which is not very common. Yeah, I remember that. I don't know if that actually happened to me at all when I was playing this, but I've seen it happen to other YouTubers. I've seen people rage. Like they go in, like they're fighting a boss or something, and then like after they kill a boss, they get raided by another player. I'm not really sure what benefits that has for the person who's invading. I mean, I'm down to try doing that just for fun, but I don't know what sort of benefits you get. Like, can you steal their stuff? I don't really know how that works. Anyways, let's go down here and see what we got. They steal your runes. And runes is going to be like money. Okay, so that was called Cold Blood in Bloodborne. And in Neo, it's Amrita. Which I'm always getting mad at Neo, because I always earn so much Amrita and then I get killed. And then I can't go and collect the Amrita because I've died again, so I can't go to my grave to get the Amrita back. I'm guessing this game works the same way. It was the same way in Bloodborne. So the runes are going to be what I need to level up. I think this hole reaches you. What? What do you mean the hole reaches me? Teaches. Okay, it's the teaching hole. Yeah, it did say this was going to be like a tutorial or something, so. Sights of Grace. Thank you for the Sight of Grace. I appreciate it. Lost Grace discovered. I am so tired and fat fingering so bad. No worries. I'm pretty tired too, but I do want to play this more. I have to apologize in advance because I'm probably only going to be streaming this once a week, probably just on Sunday nights, because that's what I've done now with the schedule. But I am going to want to play this game off camera too, so like I don't know how far we'll make it tonight, but next week when I stream this again, I'm probably going to be way farther ahead. I'm not going to be able to fully document my experience with this game, because this is the sort of game that I am going to want to play. Maybe every day. I don't know. We'll see. I have a lot of time on my hands. Say RH? I don't know what RH is. We already discovered that R1 is attack. Now, can I do like a stealth attack on this guy? Maybe. Yes. Okay, that's wonderful. So we have visceral attacks, just like Bloodborne, right? In Neo, to do stealth attacks, it was actually an ability that you had to unlock. But this game seems to have visceral attacks like Bloodborne, which is whenever the enemy is downed or not noticing you, you can just kind of one-shot them. Now, this guy sees me, but he's not attacking, so I don't know what his problem is. What are you doing, buddy? I know you're a zombie, but you're being really weird. You were nowhere near close enough to hit me there. What are you doing? Okay, I think it makes these guys really easy on purpose, because most enemies in this game you cannot one-shot. Guarding. Okay, so L1 is guard, but what happens if I chose a class that didn't have a shield? Or do all of the starting classes come with a shield? I know the nun did. I don't think all of them did, but yeah, I went with Vanguard, who definitely has a shield here to start with. And a shield is something I'm probably going to want to keep, especially if the dodging isn't that fast. Fast traveling between graces. Yes, that's really good as well, that you can fast travel between the graces. I think they had the same sort of thing in Bloodborne, but it's better for open world games that are so large. Because not being able to fast travel would suck. You'd have to walk everywhere. Actually, I think you can get a horse in this game too, right? You can get a mount, so. Anyways. Parry shields are fine to use in this game. With no shield, you just gotta dodge. Yep. Dodging is usually a skill that you need to master in these sort of games, but this game's got a big thing for shields, it seems like. So maybe I'll have a shield handy at all times. It's easier than dodging, right? You just hold L1 and then I think it takes a little bit of stamina if they hit you, but that's it. That's all. Dodging. You can avoid enemy attacks with a dodge roll or backstep. Both of these actions consume stamina. What's up, buddy? Yeah, there's my backstep. Not bad, eh? Ah! I did my backstep there. How'd you still hit me? And I'm getting some... We're getting runes from these guys, right? I have 47 runes now. So it's almost like... It's like the currency, but it's more like experience than it is money. Because I think you can use the runes to buy stuff, but it's more about you use them to level up at a grace, right? Unless this game kind of works differently than Bloodborne with that, I don't know. Usually that's how games like this work. Jump. Experience and money. Yes. Dual purpose. How do I deal with the archer? I don't have a bow on me. Materials. Okay. Roa fruit. How do I deal with the archer though? The Elden dad, welcome to the stream. Disappointed yet? Why do you say that? I would assume you're someone that doesn't enjoy this game, but your name is the Elden dad, so... What do you mean, disappointed? You have no sound? No sound? What do you mean, you can't hear my mic? I've been talking with Kings all this time. Maybe your device is on mute. King said with most bosses, blocking ain't an option. Yeah, I brought that up earlier. I was saying how the blocking probably just doesn't even work against most of the boss attacks. Just unblockable, because they're too big. But, what do you mean no sound? You guys can't hear me? I haven't done anything with the mic. It's been the same since I started an hour ago. But now I'm kind of sus. Let me turn up my volume and listen to my own phone. The sound is definitely there. I just checked. I can hear it on my own phone, so there's no issue with the mic. King says it sounds good to me. And if you mean as in game volume, I actually turned the game volume down when I started. Because most of the time games are just too loud by default. But I can hear it. And if I can hear it, that means you guys can hear it. So, I don't know what you meant by no sound. Wielding ornaments. Each hand can be equipped with up to 3 ornaments, allowing you to toggle between them. Ornaments can also be two-handed, making attacks more difficult to repel with shields, and boosting effective strength by 50%. Okay, so does ornaments just mean just general, anything that you can hold? Shield, weapon, whatever else. Okay, this guy's more armored up. What's up, buddy? you've got more health. You're taking hits here. Lights don't even do anything. Guess I just gotta keep stabbing you, or there we go, you opened up. Yeah, get out of here. Okay, so right now we're just fighting these undead guys. Zombies and skeletons. I don't know how I'm gonna get to that archer. Maybe this loops around up top where he is, because he was on some sort of bridge. Okay, so we can change target. Yeah. Very nice lock-on system. All games like this should be like that. You should always be able to lock on and switch between targets easily. That should just be a given. Okay, we're collecting more runes. Got like 100 now. I don't know if there's any loot like in all this stuff or not. Wait, can that shield parry? What is shield parry? Is that L2? Because L2 is, it just kind of sweeps the shield. Like, I'm assuming that's what you mean. I guess the starter shield can shield parry. It's saying parry on the side of my screen, I don't know why. But we can try that when they're about to attack. Oh, I just got hit with another arrow. Yeah, it does loop around to this guy. Alright, buddy, let's go. I don't think shield parry works for arrows. Oh, he's pulling it out. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Shield parry and visceral. Okay, so maybe shields will be like a very key thing in this game, because in Bloodborne you had a gun, so there was no shields in Bloodborne. You used a gun to parry. You would shoot someone before they attack you, and then it would stun them. It would be like a riposte, which I guess this is the same sort of thing. A parry that kind of opens them up for a visceral attack. So yeah, that is going to be a thing that we want to do often. Doesn't usually work on bosses, but sometimes. Maybe depending on what attack they do. I think it'll be the same sort of thing. What's up, buddy? You want to get parried? Skills. Ornaments have special abilities called skills. All ornaments have this. Every different weapon in this game has a skill. Skills are highly varied and change from powerful attacks to temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP? What is FP? It says L2 is parry, so is that my skill? Is parrying my skill? It must be. Now what if I wanted to use the skill of my sword? I don't know how that works. Oh, that was off-timed. So with parrying, you gotta time it like on the second. Yeah, it's kinda... There's no indicator besides just watching what the enemy is doing. Sometimes the game will like flash or something. This game's not doing that. It's just... you gotta do it right before he hits you. So it's best if you like study your enemies and kind of figure out their patterns or whatever. I'm pretty low on health now, so we should probably heal. Just down on the D-pad. No, let's switch. How do you heal? Up? No. Triangle? What was heal in Bloodborne? Was it triangle? Square? Okay. Square is to heal in this game. Does about half the health bar. Okay, so parry is my skill. To use sword skill, press triangle and R1 or L1. I think the parry is for their heavy attacks only. Oh, okay, so because he was doing light attacks there, even when I did hit it, I was wondering why I didn't parry him. Okay, but I don't know what you mean by triangle R1 and L1 for sword skill. That seems kind of complicated compared to just L2, right? For the shield? Why do I gotta press so many things? Chimmy, welcome to the stream. Okay, so if I do triangle, L1 and R1, it's to two-hand the sword. So you hold triangle for this, and then you press L1, or... There we go. Okay, so if the shield is on my back, now we're two-handing the sword, and then I can use the sword's skill, which is L2 is just... I think that's the same thing. I think it's... He's readying himself for a parry. So, for a two-handed weapon, that could be good, but because this weapon can be one-handed, we're best off sticking with the shield as well, I think. Sword and shield. Best combo. What's up ahead here? I guess just another zombie guy. Clawing at something. Crouch to make it harder for enemies to discover you. Especially effective in tall grass. Hope you're doing great, my dudes. Same to you, Chimmy. I forgot to check what button it was for crouch. It's not circle. L3, right? Yeah. I think Kings told me earlier. Okay. This guy's talking. I don't know what's up with you, but you're gonna get visceral. Normally those guys don't talk, right? I don't know. Are these guys fully zombies, or are these just like humans that just got really screwed over by whatever happened here? I don't know. Sneak up on this guy too. Whoops. Did that by accident. You don't see me. I'm in the grass. You can't see me. If I'm in the grass, you'll never know I'm even there. This is how I become the Elden Lord. We crouch in grass, kill everything before it can even see me. Now, what happens if they are looking in my direction? You probably will see me still. Stance breaking, charged attacks, and jump attacks. Okay. So we can do a charged attack here. How come the ghost was crouching too? Is that what other players did? Did they just crouch and run past this dude? Why would someone not want to fight these guys? They're so easy. And the charged attack is super long. Why didn't it take him out? So the charged attack stunned him, but it did less damage. Which is weird. It only did half his health bar. My light attacks do more damage than that. That's a bit strange, but maybe it's a lot more useful against the bigger and slower enemies. Probably not bosses, but maybe just the bigger, normal guys. You can parry every attack, as long as the enemy is not too big. These guys are basically normal dudes, who didn't eat or drink for years. Didn't eat or drink for years? And they're being kept alive, I guess. Should I feel bad for killing all of them? I'm just slaughtering everyone here, you know? Clearing out this cave. It's all just a tutorial for the new Elden Lord. Stakes of Marika. Upon dying, you will be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. However, if there is a stake of Marika, am I pronouncing that right? Near where you died, you can choose to be revived there instead. I didn't know that these things existed. These aren't in any other game I've played like this. I certainly didn't have these in Bloodborne. So is this gonna be a tutorial boss? Maybe easier than that Scion thing that killed us earlier? We'll see. Traverse the mist. Soldier of Godric. Okay, this guy's actually a mini boss, I think. It gives him a boss health bar, but yeah, this is a mini boss. Immediately after blocking an attack, guard counter. We can try that. Oh, I was blocking and then I stopped for some reason. I'm trying to do guard counter, but it won't work, I guess because I'm staggering still. I should probably heal here. This guy's very fast. Why are you fast? Oh yeah, he doesn't have that much health at all. Is this guy even a mini boss? He's quite fast though, and aggressive. Attacks a lot. Enemy felled. Alright, so we killed the soldier of Godric. He almost killed me, but we survived. We got him first try. These are normal soldiers later in the game. Yeah. So maybe a slightly larger normal enemy. They give him a boss health bar, but when you're, when you're taking a 25% of the boss health bar with one hit, he's not really a big enemy. At least not that big. Okay. And look at all these look at all these blood stains. All of these people died to him. That's unfortunate. God rest their souls. I wonder how many people actually gave up at this point and never played this game again. Can you imagine? This game's pretty popular. I bet at least 100 people have been in that situation. Maybe 100 people out of all the people that have ever played this game just couldn't even get past the Soldier of Godric. Giving up against that would be wild. Yeah, that would be that'd be pretty funny. Just imagine people giving up against the normal guys in the cave. Like one of the normal dudes that you can just two-shot. I feel like I need to look that up on YouTube now. I need to find a video of someone raging to a normal enemy. Just a completely normal and extremely easy enemy. Why is the sound of screaming so audible here? This dude tried jumping and died. Why do I hear screaming? Is that the remains or the bloodstain or what? It's a new emote. So the way to get down is here. I guess people who jump from this end are just dumb because you're just it's too far. I don't know what these screaming noises are that I'm hearing. Is it playing the sound of the person dying since I'm near their bloodstain? All you have to do is just jump here. I don't know why I'm hearing so much screaming. It's kind of horrifying though, seriously. It's like a horror game right now. Just in this dark cave listening to people's screams echoing in the distance.